It was a cold October night, a Friday the 13th in 1307. The air crackled with a sinister energy across France. Unseen forces were moving in the darkness, preparing to strike a fatal blow. The Knights Templar, the most powerful and wealthiest military order in Christendom, slept soundly in their beds. They were warrior monks, heroes of the Crusades. They were bankers to kings and popes. They believed they were untouchable, protected by their power and their faith. But they were wrong. A storm was coming for them, one born of greed and fear. A storm that would forever shroud their legacy in mystery. King Philip IV of France was a man drowning in debt. He owed the Templars a fortune, and he feared their influence, which stretched across Europe and into the Holy Land. So he devised a ruthless plan. On that fateful Friday, his soldiers burst into Templar preceptories across the kingdom. They dragged the knights from their beds. They threw them into chains. The accusations were shocking and vile: heresy, blasphemy, unspeakable rituals performed in secret. The king's orders were absolute. Arrest every Templar, seize all their property. The world watched in horror as the mighty order crumbled overnight. The arrests were swift and brutal, but when the king's men stormed the Templar treasury in Paris, they found something strange. It was nearly empty. The vast hoard of gold, silver, and precious jewels was gone. The ledgers detailing immense loans and assets had vanished. It was as if the Templars had known what was coming, as if they had been warned just in time. The treasure, the physical manifestation of 2 centuries of power, had slipped through the king's fingers. The disappearance was a defiant act, a final mystery thrown in the face of their persecutor. Where did it go? That question has haunted historians and treasure hunters for 700 years. The knights were systematically tortured, forced into false confessions, and burned at the stake. Their Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, cursed the king and the Pope from the flames, promising they would soon meet him before God. His curse seemed to come true. Both men died within a year, but the secret of the treasure died with the knights. Or did it? The legend says a small loyal band of Templars escaped the raids, carrying their order's immense wealth and its darkest secrets with them into the shadows. So what exactly was this legendary treasure? Everyone immediately thinks of gold, and yes, there were certainly mountains of it. Coins, bullion, golden chalices, and priceless artifacts gathered from across the known world. The Templars were the world's first multinational bankers. Their wealth was staggering, enough to finance wars and build cathedrals. This immense fortune was the engine of their power, a tangible prize that King Philip desperately wanted to claim for himself. The sheer monetary value alone is enough to drive any treasure hunter into a frenzy, a lost fortune that could change the world. But the real treasure may have been something far more valuable than gold. Whispers persist of incredible religious relics, items taken from the Holy Land during the Crusades. Some say they possess the Holy Grail itself, the cup used by Christ at the Last Supper. Others believe they guarded the Ark of the Covenant or even the Shroud of Turin. These weren't just objects of faith, they were objects of immense power. Possessing them would grant legitimacy and authority beyond any king's wildest dreams. This sacred hoard would have been the Templars' ultimate secret, protected at all costs. Then there is the most tantalizing possibility of all, the secret knowledge. The Templars spent nearly 200 years in Jerusalem, excavating beneath the Temple of Solomon. What did they find down there in the dark? Some believe they unearthed scrolls containing forbidden truths, secrets that could challenge the very foundations of the Church and the monarchies of Europe. Knowledge of bloodlines, lost gospels, or ancient technologies. This is the kind of treasure that can't be spent. It's the kind of treasure that gets you killed. It is a secret that, if revealed, could rewrite history. This is why the treasure matters so much. It's not just about getting rich. It's about uncovering a hidden history. The treasure represents a crossroads in time, a moment when the world could have changed forever. The Templars stood at the center of it all, guardians of a vault filled not just with gold, but with relics and secrets powerful enough to topple empires. The hunt for their treasure is a hunt for the truth. It's a quest to understand what they knew, what they protected, and why they were so terrifyingly and completely destroyed by the powers that be. The night of the arrests was a disaster, but it was not a total surprise. The Templars were masters of intelligence. It seems a warning was sent out just before the raids began. While hundreds of knights were captured, a key group managed to slip away. Legend says that on the eve of the arrests, several wagons were seen leaving the Paris temple under the cover of darkness. They rumbled through the quiet streets, heavily guarded, their contents a complete mystery. Were they carrying the gold, the relics, the secret archives? No one knows for sure, but they vanished without a trace. Their escape route is a map of maybes, a web of possibilities stretching across Europe. Some Templars likely fled south, finding refuge in the secret tunnels and fortified castles of the Languedoc region in southern France, an area already familiar with heresy and rebellion. Others may have used their diplomatic immunity to cross into Spain and Portugal. In Portugal, the kings simply rebranded the order as the Order of Christ. They kept their ships, their castles, and perhaps their secrets. This new order would go on to fund Portugal's Age of Discovery, their ships bearing the iconic Templar cross on their sails. The most famous and compelling escape story, however, leads north. The Templar fleet, a powerful navy docked at the port of La Rochelle, was nowhere to be found when the king's men arrived. Did the ships, loaded with treasure and fugitive knights, set sail into the Atlantic? Many believe their destination was Scotland. At the time, Scotland was at war with England and had been excommunicated by the Pope. It was a perfect safe haven, outside the reach of both the French king and the Vatican. It's a tantalizing idea, the Templar navy appearing off the Scottish coast, ready to aid Robert the Bruce. This journey across the sea is the stuff of high adventure. It's a story of daring escapes and desperate gambles. Imagine knights disguised as merchants, secret codes passed in crowded taverns, and ships navigating stormy seas with a priceless cargo. The escape is a critical chapter in the Templar legend. It transforms them from victims into fugitives on a sacred mission. They weren't just running for their lives, they were trying to preserve the very soul of their order. They were protecting a legacy that was meant to survive, hidden away until the time was right for its return. The trail of the Templar treasure leads to some incredible places. Each one is a puzzle box of history and symbolism. In France, the mystery is baked into the very stones of their former castles, like the imposing Château de Gisors. It's rumored to have a hidden chamber filled with 30 chests of treasure, a tale that has lured diggers for centuries. But the most famous location is undoubtedly Rosslyn Chapel in Scotland. A few miles south of Edinburgh, this small, stunningly ornate chapel is covered from floor to ceiling in bizarre carvings, pagan symbols, Masonic imagery, and what look like ears of corn, a plant unknown in Europe before Columbus. Rosslyn Chapel is a place that feels heavy with secrets. Built by William Sinclair, whose grandfather was connected to the Templars, its architecture is unlike anything else from the period. For many, it's a stone library of Templar knowledge. Is the treasure buried here? Some theorists point to the massive apprentice pillar, a masterfully carved column that they believe is a key. Could it be a hollow vault, hiding the Holy Grail or the lost Gospels? The chapel's enigmatic design and its Templar connections make it ground zero for treasure hunters and conspiracy theorists alike. It's a place that whispers of a deeper truth. The mystery didn't end in the Middle Ages. It's alive and well today. The Templar legacy has been woven into secret societies like the Freemasons, who adopted some of their symbols and rituals. The story has inspired countless books, movies, and of course treasure hunts. From Oak Island in Nova Scotia, where searchers have spent fortunes looking for a rumored Templar hoard, to the streets of Jerusalem, people are still following the clues. The allure is irresistible. It's a perfect blend of history, mystery, and the promise of a world-changing discovery. The treasure hunt is a modern-day crusade. Ultimately, the Templar treasure may no longer be a physical hoard of gold. Its true value is the story it tells. It's a story about power, faith, greed, and the secrets that lie just beneath the surface of history. It reminds us that the past is never truly dead, and that some mysteries are meant to endure. The Knights Templar may be long gone, but their legend continues to challenge us, to inspire us, and to dare us to look for the truth. And for an explorer, there is no greater treasure than a mystery that refuses to be solved. The hunt is what matters. The expedition is everything.